everybody and welcome back to my channel. It has been like a year since something has happened on this channel and I've been meaning for there to be some content, but I never really got round to it, and then I started my internship at the hospital and I just didn't have time for anything anymore. Today I am playing Sherlock Holmes, The Secret of the Silver Earring. I love these Sherlock Holmes games. Frogwares is amazing, and they're making a new game currently, The Sinking City, and I cannot wait for that game to be released. I am following every single minute detail that happens with that game. Frogwares, well, these Sherlock Holmes games in general, specifically this one, next to the Harry Potter PC games, this was my first ever PC game that I played, and I loved it. And I wanted to replay them, specifically replay this one. The other Sherlock Holmes games that I'm hoping to play in the future, I've never actually played before. So that is The Awakened, Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper, and Nemesis, and The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Those are the next 4 games that I haven't played. After that comes Crimes and Punishment and then The Devil's Daughter. Both of those I have played. I'm actually currently replaying Crimes and Punishment privately. So yeah, that's a thing. But I think we are going to get straight into this game then. It is very puzzly and it's going to be a long let's play, I feel, because I know I'm going to be walking around and being very lost. So let's get started.
Dear Mr. Holmes, please let me thank you one more time for your help in solving the case of the Turkish medallion. I'm sure that if the story could go public, the whole country would be as grateful as I am to you. As you may have surmised, I have a very urgent and confidential matter which requires your immediate assistance. You probably are aware that we are going to celebrate the birthday of a very important person, a member of the government. I can't mention their name in this letter for obvious reasons. The most famous and accomplished artists were selected and invited to perform. We are confident about their reputations. However, we have concerns about one performer in particular, a young Italian diva, Gallia, as there are certain rumours circulating about her. She has also provoked great acclaim in every European capital where she has appeared. We want to include her in this gala event, but have reservations about her reputation. She is, as fortune would have it, in London for another engagement. Sir Bromsby has invited her to perform during a reception to commemorate the return of his daughter to England. Due to reasons of politics and security, I can't attend the reception myself. Apart from yourself, I do not know anyone else I would be able to complete a mission of such importance. Together with this letter, I am sending 2 invitations, as I assumed your eminent colleague, Dr. Watson, would be accompanying you. A cab will arrive at 221B Baker Street at 8 p.m. to take you to Sherringford Hall. Even though I know that the prospect of attending a private concert given by perhaps the best voice in Europe is very attractive for a music lover like yourself, please allow nothing to distract you from this important mission. Yours sincerely, Lord Cavendish Smith.
How can we refuse a mission of such importance? Appearances to the contrary, I believe that the future of the nation can depend on our presence. Are you with me?
If the future of the nation depends upon our presence, Holmes, then you can count on me.
Please come right in. According to the request of Lord Cavendish Smith, during the dinner you'll be seated together.
What do you know about Sir Bromsby, Holmes?
I have never met the man, and I do not follow what is written in the newspapers. However, I can tell you that Sir Bromsby is a man of approximately 50 years old, tall in stature. He is impulsive and may be prone to violent outbursts. He is of low birth, has few intimate friends, and does not like women. He must be a very aggressive businessman who would not hesitate to go beyond the law if it served his purposes. I'd like to add that today he is going to make a very important declaration concerning his business. And you, Watson, what have you heard about him?
Well, I doubt that I would be able to give as detailed a description as you have just recited. Holmes, how can you say you do not know the man and give such an account?
Watson, you know my methods. Look at the stage and the stand near the fireplace. It is obvious that they are prepared for a very tall man. I see the hostess and servants anxiously glancing in the direction of a door from which their employer must enter. Their expressions go beyond nerves and suggest fear. Only a violent and unpredictable man can cause such anguish. Now look at the guests. The men present at this party are mainly composed of military officers and rich entrepreneurs. All of them are in their 50s and are clearly business associates, so I decided that he is of their age. Furthermore, to have risen as rapidly as he has in this society, Sir Bromsby would have to be a very ruthless and intelligent businessman. The women present reveal much. Beautiful women and young girls, all neatly but rather cheaply dressed. Watson, look more carefully. There are no chaperones. No ladies would appear in public without suitable escort, I assure you. They stare at the youngest gentleman to find a convenient cavalier and cluck like chickens at the smallest idiocy. In short, a man who would invite only business associates and women of the lower classes to the birthday party of his only child must have few friends, rather poor taste in women, and little regard for his daughter. Another item of note, but not the least, observe that group of men speaking very quickly. It's a group of reporters armed with their notebooks gathered together now that the time of the address is coming. These are not the society reporters for the Times sent to cover a gala birthday party. These are the regular reporters who would come only to gain news about the future of the Bromsby Empire. I will conclude by saying that no man, except a lunatic, would accept such an arrangement of tables and furniture. Look quickly, Watson. I hear applause. Sir Bromsby is coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you all for attending this special reception. In fact, this moment is a turning point for many people.
Watson, quick! Tell Miss Lambert not to allow anyone to leave and to send a man for the police immediately.
Well, Miss Bromsey didn't look suspicious at all coming from that door. I love the way Frogwares have made Sherlock Holmes. I absolutely adore their Sherlock Holmes. They're actually the reason that I became a fan of Sherlock Holmes to begin with. So, yeah. Read.
The first handwriting is small and elegant. The second is hurried and forceful.
I haven't played this game in years. I know I'm going to be stuck on so many things.
I am Sherlock Holmes.
What do you wish to know?
I must ask, who are you?
I'm the doctor from the village near the hall.
Is he still breathing?
He died instantly.
The doctor got here very fast.
Where is the bullet?
It's still in the body. I must obtain police authorization to extract it.
Thanks, Doctor.
Never mind.
Good day. My name is Sherlock Holmes. Would you mind if I asked several questions?
If it helps you.
I like how says several questions.
What precisely was your relationship with the victim?
We were partners with the old scoundrel. I'm sorry, Sir Bromsby. He personally invited me. He gave me every assurance there would be plenty of fresh meat, if you take my meaning. Well, there was, but some of it was quite cold.
Somehow I don't find this is the time for, joking.
Were you an associate of the victim?
Yes, he seems so much bigger when he's lying down rather than standing.
Did you notice anything peculiar at the time of the shooting?
I jumped up, and then I looked in the direction of the shot. There, I saw that little flirt, Miss Bromsby. She seemed to be placing something in her handbag amid a cloud of smoke. Then she rushed to the stage. I must say, her sudden inheritance should be a fine present for her birthday.
Well, thank you very much.
It is nothing, dear fellow.
So I'm gonna work from room to room, and every time I come back into a room I'm gonna talk to all the people again, because I know that's a thing that I have to do, and it takes me forever to get out of Sherringford Hall. Once I'm out of Sherringford Hall, the game goes quite quickly, but it just takes me forever to get out of Sherringford Hall, which is where we are now, if you didn't know. Nothing I can click on here.
That shot was dreadful, wasn't it?
It's neither the first nor probably the last I shall hear in my life. Tell me, young man, are you a barman or not? Because I'm dying from thirst.
Did you have a personal relationship with Sir Bromsby?
What impertinence! I will answer questions of this nature only if they issue from my superiors or the authorities, and you, sir, are neither of those.
Okay, so that guy
Well, I must leave you now.
isn't talking to me.
All right, young man.
Good to know, good to know.
Excuse me, could you answer some questions?
You're quite welcome.
Are you personally at the service of the Bromsby family?
Yes, there are 5 of us who serve in the Sherringford Hall. There are Mary and Sue, the maids, Carl, our chef, Lamb, Sir Bromsby's coachman, and myself. All the rest were brought in just for the reception.
What sort of man was Sir Bromsby? I mean, as an employer.
Troublesome and bad-tempered, but he paid well.
Where were you at the moment this tragedy occurred?
Like all the servants, I was in the ballroom. 'Twas the special orders of the old crab. In my opinion, it was done in particular to have more people there to applaud him. Cunning old bird, wasn't he?
And where are the rest of the staff?
Mary is cleaning downstairs. Sue went to comfort some little goose who had been crying bitterly. It's rather odd because it seemed to me she started crying before Sir Bromsby was shot.
And the coachman?
Lamb is at the main gate. Miss Lambert gave him specific instructions to throw out any reporters and ensure they do not re-enter the hall. However, it would not be good if he finds you've been asking questions here. Tell me, will my name appear in the newspaper?
Not
Thank you for
a
your
reporter, dude.
My pleasure, sir.
Unfortunately, not a reporter. The clues are so hard to find as well. That's what I need.
Look, what's this?
Piece of dirty white cloth. Interesting. Okay then. Right, I am going to go and talk to this guy. And then I'm going to go
You do
through...
not seem the least bit alarmed.
In India, I became quite familiar with the sound of gunshots. Therefore, their sudden occurrence does not alarm me as they would a woman or certain officers in attendance.
And then in a minute I'm going to go through the door to the right of the stage because that is where Miss Bromsby is located.
Could you explain your presence at this reception?
Bromsby sent me 2 invitations for myself and the wife. My wife has fainted due to the shock of these events. I do hope her condition will last a good while longer, so that I may toss off several glasses of this excellent sherry.
Ah, the Victorian era, when women were of lesser nature. The Victorian era is one of my passions, to be completely honest with you, although as much as I feel like I should live in the Victorian era, the way women's rights are, no thank you.
Why didn't you intervene?
It would have been of no use. Whoever he is, the man who did this is either a perfect shot or extremely lucky, because old Bromsby had no chance at all.
Very well. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I've gotten really bad at Let's Plays because, like I said, like for a year nothing has happened on this channel, so yes.
Please, sir, I have nothing to tell you. Everyone stands ready to accuse me of this foul deed. I have done nothing. I have only seen my father die before my very eyes on day of my majority.
What's he doing in here?
This young lady tells the truth. I can attest to her every move since she first appeared in the doorway. Beg your pardon for speaking so boldly, miss.
I was just talking to you. What I was about to say is Miss Bromsby, her face looks a little bit like the old Lara Croft's. Yeah. Why is it all of a sudden he talking more?
Where were you at the moment of the shooting?
I was near the bar speaking with Colonel Patterson. Everybody started applauding and turning towards the stage. I turned to look through the crowd.
So I need to talk to the other guy at the bar again.
Did you notice anything in particular?
When one of the doors opened, I did see a person hidden from the other's view. A beautiful young lady stood just at the threshold. I felt somewhat ashamed for staring at her so intensely, but her considerable charms captured my full attention until the dreadful shooting took place.
Lavinia?
Are you sure it was Miss Bromsby?
Yes, Colonel Patterson was next to me and can confirm what I saw. It seems to me that no one else was near us at that precise moment.
Yeah, okay.
What is your reason for being here?
I owe it to Colonel Patterson. We met each other several days ago at his club. He kindly persuaded me to accompany him.
Wait, is that not the guy we were talking to a minute ago? I guess not, because otherwise we've just had two different stories. So it was obviously a different guy. What? Can I talk to Colonel Patterson now? Is that a thing?
Sir, now will you answer my questions?
I am listening to you.
Where were you precisely when the tragedy occurred?
We had been standing at the bar until the shot rang out, and I personally remained at the bar after it.
Did you happen to notice Miss Bromsby at that moment?
Impossible. My eyesight is so deucedly poor that I would not even notice if a fly fell into my whiskey.
Really?
Yes, damn shame. But I have a fine ear. I can offer much when the questions are about sounds. I can tell you that from all the applause, that old Bromsby had arrived and entered from my right. For the sound to have carried so well, the crowd must have been parted in that direction. I will add that if Lieutenant Harrington says that he saw a flea dancing with a fly in this place, you can take it on trust.
So Harrington says that Patterson can confirm that it was Miss Bromsby, but he can't because his eyesight is terrible? Okay then.
Is there anything else you recall?
Well, hold on a moment. I do have a scoop for your tabloid.
Still not
I can
a
assure
reporter.
you that Bromsby was killed with a right revolver of small caliber.
Really? How does he know that?
How long have you known Lieutenant Harrington?
We met at my officers' club several days ago. A brave boy, you can believe me. What could be better than to invite him to be my guest at this reception, where he could make many fair acquaintances?
Thank you for this information, sir.
Colonel to you.
Okay, can I talk to Harrington again?
Were you at that precise spot at the moment of the murder?
Indeed, I was standing just there. I could easily see the door because there were so few people in front of me.
What did you do right after the shot was fired?
I left the room as did almost everyone. I must leave now and make my excuses to Miss Lavinia for my behaviour, don't you think?
Thank you for your help.
It was not a problem.